You're welcome everybody back to the channel. It is time to get to work. I got to clean my injectors first and foremost. Nobody ever talks about that, but I have to clean. You got to clean your injectors almost all the time, and I haven't used these injectors in some time because you haven't seen any content in some time. So I'm about to get to cleaning this injector, and then I'm thinking about, man, it's spring again. I've already tried to make some colors that you guys remember me making, the purple color, the reddish color right here that I was trying to new bait the last video, and all that stuff is still kind of sitting here and I can still use it. I just need to find a good opportunity to use it. It may not even be today, but I want to find a way to put these together. So what I want to do today is I want to stick with that theme of making things for the spring, because I just got my year passing, which means I can pop up on any lake anytime. I only got a month left in my fishing license. I'm already applying for a new one, but I'm trying to tie the hunting in, so you got to take the classes. So once I get that done, I'm gonna get my license in, and then I'll be able to do everything and anything, which is ultimately the goal. So today we're just gonna try to throw something together. We're just gonna focus on spring, bright colors, maybe some chartreuses, some different things like that. And let's just see what we get to. Let's just see where we're at. Let's get to the table. All right, one of the big issues with, pouring plastic baits is cleaning your equipment. You got to clean out the bowls, you got to clean out the cups, you got to clean off the knives. After you use them, all this stuff has got to be cleaned. You've got to clean out, like I said, the bowls in which you put all your baits in. All that stuff's got to be cleaned out. There's just so much to getting clean, and then you got surfaces. So I don't know if you noticed, but I got a new surface. And this right here is a piece of granite, and it was just cut to the perfect square. I don't know what they were using it for. Maybe a cutting board, maybe it was a sample. But it was left in an old apartment, and I'm just like, well, instead of me throwing it away, I can for sure think of something to use this with. And I'm like, bait making station. I'm tired of melting the plastic that's on this table, and the glass I had before shattered. So now I'm like, something that I know I can't break. So I'm gonna get started by cleaning these up today, and then we'll get to the actual bait making. Okay, so now we got the injector clean, we got the knife clean, we got us a cup to pour into. Now we just got to figure out, what are we making today? What's on our mind? Now, I got the big injector out, so maybe we should make something big. What are we fishing for? Are we gonna make some rippers? We're gonna make some swim no. Let's think. I'm thinking we're going to start with the basics, because, what else? When I'm going out to the lake, which I'm probably going to try to do this weekend, I'm only thinking of a handful of things. I want a top bait, I want a search bait, and I want a bottom bait. Not a top bait, but I want a moving bait, a floating mid-column bait, and then I want a sinking bait. So for a moving bait, that'd be your ripper, one of these guys here, it'd be the ripper effect. This is, my search bait. But then I'm thinking, I need to make, for sure, I have got to make a Cinco, or, a 5-inch stickworm. That's got to come up. And then that would be my mid-range, that would be my moving. But for my bottom, for the thing that sits on the bottom, I was thinking a creature bait, but Now I'm thinking, bam, the, I forgot what it's called. I forgot what the exact name of this specific bait is. It's got the diamond tail. Yeah. So we're going to use the speed worm, because I think this is the most similar to the speed worm. It's got the diamond tail instead of the curly tail. But that's the closest representative I can give to you. So just a longer, looser worm that I would like to use on the bottom. I kind of like rigging them in this manner here, where you have just a heavy weighted head that sits on the bottom, and then this tail does all the dancing. So I'm not going to make this color, of course, but we're going to make one solid color, because I'm going to use this. This is what I'm going to end up doing with it. This is just what it looks like when it's complete in this one whole one together. I do hope to be able to use that, and so I want to get these, which means I want to go with that, which also means I got to go with the standard. And since it's spring, we're going to be looking for big bites, so we're going to use the paddle tail. So let's go with the 1.5. The 1.5 has 2 ports. So we're going to go with these 3. I haven't had a chance to heat these molds up, so I don't have a torch, but we're going to get them to right now. That's not going nowhere. So I'm going to put this to the side. All right, let's do some color building. And since we're making mostly worms, we're going to start with the dead-on worm plastic and get this going. All right, that's 2 cups of plastic. We're going to go all the way there. Just go ahead with the 2 cups of plastic. Let's get this in el microwave. All right, we have a overwhelming amount of bubbles, but I am going to do one of those things where I show the test. I'm going to show you what it looks like if you don't have a VAC and what it's going to come out with the same color, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like if you have the vacuum chamber, because I need to lower this down a lot more before I put it in the VAC, because VAC makes it rise and then all this is just going to spill out onto the floor, and I hate when that happens. So let's start with the color. I decided on a standard watermelon for the bait, so I'm going to use my PP 100 watermelon, and then I also I got this Charmeleon from Dead On Plastics. Now this gives you a kind of a color shift thing going on, so I'm gonna use a little bit of this to kind of make the green color shift a little bit, and we'll see how it looks. So start with the regular green. Like they always say, you can make it lighter, but you can't make it, I mean, you can make it darker, but you can't make it lighter. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and then we'll see where we are right now. See, that greened up immediately. This plastic is at 375 degrees. It is very hot, but it looks opaque, but when you pull it up, get a pour test. Yeah, that's very see-through. So I'm gonna add a little more of the green, and then I'm gonna hit it with a few more drops of this Charmeleon, because I don't really see that pattern coming through at all. So let's see what happens when we do that. It has definitely darkened over. I have a fear of holding the cup. I have a video when that sucker jumped out and got me that time, and never again. Never again. Well, it's definitely darkened over some. I wonder how much of a difference that'll make inside of a worm. And I'm eager to find out, because I think I'm going to add 1 or 2 more drops of this, and I'm done. That's it. That's my last additive. besides actual flake. I just wanted something to make that shift a little color. And I can't see it, but now I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see that pearl effect in the green. That's what I was going for, a pearl effect. So let me see if that changes the color anymore. If you look at it from right here, you see the different greens. So this is the very first green that we poured before we added more color. Then this is the green we added after we added a little more green. And then this is the final one here with the pearl mixed in with it. So you can see that the shades are slightly different. All right, get the camera back. All right, so I think this is going to work. It's probably going to look different once it's inside of a bait and you can't see through it as much as you can see through it while it's on this container, while it's on this mat. But I am for sure ready to figure it out and give it a go. So let's, oh yeah, that peels up so easily. That was one of my major tests to see if this stuff peels up. It peels up so easy. So easy. Oh my goodness. That's all I've been wanting, is a way to clean off my surface with ease. All right. I think we've done all the coloring we're going to do. Close these colors back up and put them away. I'm getting ahead of myself. We didn't add any flake. So let's get the flake train going. Going. Let's get the flake train going. Ooh, made a mess. We're gonna start with red because, you know, that's an important part of it. A little bit of red. Then I'm gonna hit them with some funkiness, right? Change it up a little bit. This is some 0.008 gold, which means it's going to show a lot, so I'm not going to overdo it with the gold. And then I got some purple. I believe this is some 40 hex. So those are my three colors that I'm using to make mine, and we'll see what we get. And around and away we go. Now it's official. Now we're ready to see what we got. And the liquid is still hot enough to go through it and get one good pump out. So let's make some magic. Magic. Oh, I can't suck liquid up. What happened there? Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Keep that pressure on. Keep them full. Last one should be a single shot cavity. Slow and steady, maintaining pressure. Cap, 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 cap. Activate. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with these. These are the, I believe, the speedworm diamond tails. Ooh, and they're hard to open. So let's, we're going to have to pop this one. There we go. Let's see where we at. Oh, it's on this side. All right. Bam. It was a cold shot, so they're a little flat, but it came out really good. You can't see any of the bubbles and any crazy stuff that happens to them. Can't see any of the pearlized effect either. Let's see what else. 5-inch Cinco. course, that is gorgeous. Nice, thick, full. That is real pretty. Just kind of see-through. That's nice. All right, and last but not least, we got the 3.5-inch Ripper, the swim bait. And pull those down, and voila. They came out perfect. It's absolutely perfect. No bubbles, no cold struts, no dents, no dings, no nothing. These came out beautifully. Really beautiful. Can't wait to go throw those. So, I have already recooked the liquid. All the bubbles are gone, as you can see. And we're going to shoot this again. Alright, so I've done the deed. This is the clear, not clear, but the vacuum plastic. That should be a lot better. It was decently hot at the time when I poured it. Now we get to see what it did. Again, let's start with an oldie but a goodie. Put that back in there. Let's get this all loosened up and in focus. Okay. That one has always got to be busted open. I don't know what I did to it, but it just refuses. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's what I can tell you though, that you should already know as a bait maker. You reheat something one too many times, and it starts to lose a little bit of color. So my gold flake looks a little silver. It's gold in the original, looks a little silver in the new ones. Let's see. Let's put this to the side over here. That's the vacuum sealed version. And now we got the vacuum sealed version of a Cinco, which is looking beautiful as always. You know, you really just cannot fail with a Cinco. The only way a Cinco comes out wrong is if it's done wrong. It's got holes or, you know, not enough liquid in it. But these were perfect pours. These were perfect pours. And then there was the swim baits, my moving bait. Got them both on the same side here. So as you can see, just gorgeous. No flaws, no flashing, nothing out of the ordinary. So much so that you can't, like I said, you can't even tell the difference between the ones I got with bubbles in them and the ones I don't. At least not at this point. So let's see. Let's get them together and find out. All right, And that's pretty much how you handle that situation. And I'm pretty sure you can't really tell the difference, especially when it comes to the smaller baits. But I don't want y'all to get that confused with making the difference, because if you do not vacuum out your baits, it does make a difference in the larger baits. Like something like this, like a giant swim bait that has, you get more surface and more things to look at. That kind of thing does make a difference, and you can see the bubbles in something of that size, something of that magnitude. So why it may not make a difference for something as simple as a stick bait, where this one was not run through the bubbler, through the pressure pot, and this one was vacuum chambered, then you kind of come up with the same bait that looks the same, that feels the same, and you get the same impression from it, but they were cooked, with one has a little more love in it than the other one. Just to be 110% honest with you, just from looking at them, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot tell the difference in these. So for those that are looking to find out whether or not you actually need a vac chamber to fix all your bubbles in your baits and things like that, you don't, unless you're doing like open pores, or you're trying to make that crystal clear glass look where it's just super clear bottom and you can see clean through it, like you're doing core shots or injections or things like that. Then yes, it is super important if you're going to do that. If you're going to sell baits to other people, it's super important to have one of those, because you want to give everybody the best quality stuff that you can get, not what you're just using for your own mess around. I'm going fishing. So for me, if I was just going fishing and I'm only making baits for Khalil, then guess what? I'm going to go non-vac chamber, because the fish can't tell and they're going to bite it because it looks the same, smells the same, feels the same. Only difference is it's got little micro bubbles in it. So anyway, thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with me again. It's your boy Khalil G, and we will catch you on the next time. Like, comment, subscribe. The normal YouTube jargon. Keep rocking with me, because I'm gonna keep making these videos. Even if I fall off, I'm gonna get back up. That's my status, and that's my thing. Love y'all. See y'all next time.